today's edition of Sports Card ASMR. We are going to pit a pack of 1992 Flair Ultra Series 2 against a pack of 1993 Topps Stadium Club Series 2. It is a 14 card in every pack bonanza battle today, right here on the channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. I am the Sports Card Doctor, and I'm very happy that you are here today. In fact, I'd like to offer you this deal. Subscribe to the channel for free as we continue to slowly get to our next goal of 3,000 subscribers. And when we do, Sean Landetta and his wonderful card will be inducted into the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. What card, for those that don't know? Oh, this wonderful card. So, please help us maybe get to that goal. Also, you can help us grow by leaving a like, a thumbs up, a comment, hype the video up. A super chat can help support the operations. But more than anything, we're just happy that you are here. So, to price this, we're going back to one of our classic price guides. We've used this one a few times, but I love it. It is the April 1994 Beckett. We got Michael Jordan on the cover. Baseball prospect Michael Jordan, and the World Series walk-off card featuring a sad Mitch Williams and a happy Joe Carter. So, let's go ahead and open up this Beckett and flip through it with some nice ASMR page-turning triggers. Very fierce Tom Glavine right there. Michael Jordan was ready. He was ready. Owning plenty of talent and potential, 11 players, none of them strangers to hobbyists or close to making their marks in the major leagues. This is, of course, again from April 94. Let's see if they were right. Carlos Delgado, Toronto Blue Jays, he would homer into the upper deck on opening day, so that was true. Darren Dreifert, pitcher, Los Angeles Dodgers. I am convinced that Dreifert would have been the first big two-way star. Not maybe quite as impactful as Shohei, but if they had let him hit and pitch, I think he would have made an impact. We got Cliff Floyd of the Montreal Expos. Good career. Alex Gonzalez, shortstop. Toronto, a decent career. Shortstop, Chipper Jones. Look at that. Shortstop, Chipper Jones there. Yes, actually, that, of course, would be a correct prediction there. Ryan Klesko, also the Braves. I think he was a decent bet, and he had a decent career there. It's hard to compare him with Chipper Jones. Trot Nixon, a little bit. Javi Lopez, great career. Phil Nevin, great coaching career. Not a bad play. Mark Newfield. Nope, that didn't work out, sorry. Manny Ramirez, absolutely. Rondell White. That's closing out a good list of stars. Yeah, that was a pretty good list. Only one kind of complete, I call slight bust, Mark Newfield. No disrespect. But everyone else got some time in the majors. Into the prices we go. Salvation Army Youth Center. Were you there on April 16th, 1994? I'll tell you what, were you there on April 23rd, 1994, Albuquerque Sports Card Show at the Calvary Temple, or April 23rd, Albuquerque, New Mexico, the All-Star Sports Card Show? If you were at any one of these three, comment down below. These packs were sent to us by our buddy Jeff, and Jeff has cool cards. Jeff really wanted me to open up the Stadium Club because we might get some good bricking, which is very relaxing for a lot of our viewers. But let's pick one of each pack there. So, I'm playing 3-card Monty with myself here. Where's the card? Find the ball. Where you go? Alright, there we go. That's the one we got. There it is. 1992 Flair Ultra versus 1993 Series 2 Top Stadium Club. This is Series 2 as well. Both contain 14 cards there. So let's go ahead and dive into the Flair Ultra. Here we go. We got ourselves a Scott Bankhead. It's the Scott Bankhead you always wanted. Gary Varsho, father of Dalton Varsho. Alex Fernandez. This could have some value in 1994. Charlie Leibrandt. That won't have any value. Jeff Juden. He's a rookie. He's got the rookie designation. There was a lot of hope for Juden. Eric Karros. Oh, Eric Karros, rookie. Oh, look at that. I know a lot of Dodger fans who would think about giving me some money for this, but then think better of it. Got Kim Batiste, another rookie there. Little bricking. Hold on. Rich Gedman. There we go. I didn't know he finished up his career at the Cardinals. I forgot that. Look at that. Former Red Sox, great. Brian Downing. Oh, look at that. Brian Downing. Very important. Greg Jeffries, like that. Okay. Gary Pettis, do you like defense? There you go. Bill Swift. Bill Swift, by this point, had started to, well, he's just making it to the Giants where he'd start to become a frontline starter. John Marzano. Man, we're late 80s catchers are wild here. Carl Willis. Alright, that is not a great pack. It's not a bad pack. Let's see if we can get 5 to 7 cards to price in this battle. Definitely pricing that. It might just be all rookies. Definitely the Karros. Maybe Batiste. So let's go ahead and dive into our Stadium Club. We're looking to win Stadium Club Master Photos, okay? Let's see how bricked they are. Again, thanks to Jeff at Jeff has cool cards for these. Sending these over. If you'd like to send me something to open or use here in the channel, there's an address listed in the description down below. We got Members Choice card right there. John Smoltz, that is good. Any bricking? A little bit. I talked over it. Monty Ferris. We got Scooter Tucker. A goddamn checklist. We got Jack Armstrong. We got Master Photo. Oh, we could win this. Oh, look at that. Young Barney. Love this. 93. Not quite a rookie here. John Orton. Oh, if you know the story of me and John Orton, this is a great card. John Orton, when I was about 12, showed up at my house in my hometown. He went to college in my hometown, and he and his brother-in-law and sister bought a dining room table from my parents, and I got to meet him, a real major leaguer, in my living room. Whew, that was fun. Oh, Pudge Rodriguez, that's a great get. Bob Welch, not a bad pick there. Ron Karkovice, the oldest 23-year-old in the history of baseball. David Segui. And we got Chito Martinez. Ooh, look at that Randy. Look at that. Look at this. This is a great card. Love this. Breaking bats. That fierce look on his face. And Anthony Young. Okay, well, it is not looking good. It is not looking good for Flair Ultra. In fact, let's see. We're gonna Smoltz for sure. Maybe even Jack Armstrong. I don't think so. Definitely Bernie Williams. Definitely Pudge. Bob Welch. Maybe even Segui. Definitely Randy. Armstrong. Segui has a little bit of could be a future star value, so that is it. I'll tell you what, I don't feel good about this. I'm gonna do something that we've never done before here in the channel. I'm gonna let Flair Ultra do the hot tag, and I'm gonna let Flair Ultra pick 2 cards from this pack to switch out to maybe Battle Stadium Club. New rule, new wrinkle. Here we go. John Patterson, John Flaherty, Bill Kroger, Mark McLemore, Gene Nelson, Monty Ferris, Kevin Mitchell, Pat Mustache, a goddamn checklist, Derek Bell, George Bell, Alex Cole. Whew, that is not a great pack. Let's see, possible 2 switch-in options there. By this point, I think we knew Alex Cole was not going to be the new Vince Coleman or the next Lance Johnson. I think we knew it, but that could be a mistake. All right, maybe. I think it's possible. Okay. 2 cards, first of all. Who are we going to sub out? That's the question. I think Batiste. Maybe we only sub out 1. Maybe Flair Ultra only wants to sub out 1. Derek Bell. Telling you, Derek Bell, rookie. I think that's definitely in. Pat guys know. Alright, I'm making the call here. We are going to take Kim Batiste and Bill Swift out. And we're going to put in Pat Listash and Derek Bell. And I think we give Flair Ultra a fighting chance against Stadium Club. Alright, what do you think of the new rule? Let me know. Let me know. 92 Ultra. Stadium Club from 93. Let's get back to it. Flair Ultra 1992 is up first. Let's set the board here. Gotta squeeze that all there. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's do this here. Common cards in the Ultra are at 10 cents. Their semi-stars unlisted at 15 cents, but let's do it. Alright, first up is the aforementioned Derek Bell rookie. Derek Bell rookie. Does Derek Bell have any value in April of 1994? 448. There it is, Derek Bell, 50 cents. 50 cents, that's a great move. Okay, here we go. We now have Pat Listash, a Rookie of the Year, kids, coming off of his rookie season, right? Oh no, not even that. 92, so 92 would be at 385. Pat Listash, 385. There it is. There's his rookie card. 50 cents. So great move by Flair Ultra to get these two cards in. That's on board. Alright. 1994 prices on Greg Jeffries. Probably not what we all would have thought in 1988 and 89, but it's fun to check it out. 372. He is listed 35 cents. That is key. That is a big move for Flair Ultra right there. Greg Jeffries. Greg Jeffries. 35 cents. Alright, now let's go prospect hunting there with the big tall Jeff Juden. He still has 6'7", big future here for him. 492. 492. He is listed 15 cents. That's not bad. Alright, look at that. We are at $1.50. Now we got this Eric Karros rookie. Solid player, though. Solid player. 508 for one of Vin Scully's favorite players there. 508. 75 cents. 75 cents for the Eric Karros rookie. Alright, and we're closing it with Alex Fernandez, who had an okay career. Maybe it wasn't what the hype was, but at this point in time, even into 1994, he had a lot of potential, so I'm banking on that. Let's see what we got here. We have got 335 in the set, and Alex Fernandez, 75 cents. Alright, so I wasn't too off base there. I knew he'd be up there. Alright, that's a good showing for Flair Ultra. On any other matchup, I might be thinking they've got it, but let's see let's see what we've got here in the pricing. And even $3. That's a good price. That is a good price there for Flair Ultra. I don't think they should have anything to be ashamed of. Alright, let's move on to Stadium Club. Alright, Stadium Club it is. Let's dive into this. And first up is David Zaghi. Again, we're looking at a 1993 card for the youngster on 1994 prices. He'd have a good long career. The big son of, what was it, Jose Zaghi? Or no, Diego Zaghi. I think it was his father. Alright, let's go in here. $4.79. $4.79 in the set. Oh, by the way, common players, 10 cents as well. $4.79. He is a common. Okay, well, Top Stadium Club is off to a little bit of a fumble. $0.10. Alright, next up is Bob Welch. Great pitcher, the late Bob Welch, but I don't know what his prices will be like in 1994. $5.46. $5.46 in the set. And he is not listed. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to call him a semi-star. I'm going to give him that designation. That's 20 cents. But I'll tell you what, if Stadium Club wins by 10 cents, where I value this 10 cents more than a common, then I'm going to go ahead and say that maybe it was an asterisk win. Alright, but then we have a Members' Choice card here, okay? Sure. Stop it. We got the Murphy special. That's not it. Okay. So Members' Choice. They don't list that. So why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you just... Why would you add something like that and then not get... Alright, let's just go to John Smoltz. Members' Choice. $5.99. $5.99. Get out of here. There's the Members' Choices right there. $5.99. That is a common. Members' Choice commons are 15 cents. Wow. Okay. Members' Choice Smoltz 15 cents. Folks, we might have an upset in the making. Alright, Bernie Williams. Again, I don't know how much value he'd have in 1994 versus 95, 96, 364. Let's see where we go with this. 364. It's common. Bernie Williams is a common. And I gotta tell you, I'm keeping him a common. As a Yankee fan, I can attest that he did not become a star until 1995. So I'm not, okay. It is gonna be a surprise matchup here, but we got a great card here. This is definitely going on a collection. Ivan Rodriguez, $5.24 in the set. $5.24 in the set. There we go. It's listed, but only at 30 cents. Wow. Only at 30 cents. So just to set the stage. We need this Randy Johnson, which is a great card. We're absolutely going to hold on to this card. This Randy Johnson needs to be about $2.50. But this is a 1993 card and a 1994 price guide. He is great. He's already thrown a no-hitter. He's coming off a good year, but he is not the Randy that we would know and celebrate from the mid to late 90s into the 2000s. So let's see what we got here. 501 in what would be an upset. 501. Randy Johnson in this one, friends, is a common. I'll give him a semi-star status. Randy Johnson. Folks, we got ourselves an absolute upset. I don't even think we needed to sub out Derek Bell or to sub them in. We didn't. These cards could have actually carried the day. Well, this is why we play the game. I think this pack has more value present day with the Smoltz, the Pudge Rodriguez, the Randy Johnson, maybe even the Bernie. We'll have to check some modern prices. The rest of these, I don't think. Maybe the Eric Karros has some value today, but I think all of these would be less. But going on the price guide in 1994, the winner today is Fleer Ultra. Wow. Shocking. Stunning. Let's see if there was any other cards that might have changed the fortunes here of this card of Stadium Club. That is Jack Armstrong. No. Anthony Young. A lot of hope for Anthony Young at one point in his career, but I don't think it was present at this point. Nope. Cheeto Martinez. I barely remember Cheeto. Okay. 362. No, yeah, I don't think you got anything. Definitely not the Gargovice. Or the Orden, or any of them. Maybe the checklist might have value. Alright, folks. That's why we play the game. That's why we take it to the field. Big win for Fleer Ultra today. There might be a rematch in the making because Stadium Club does not feel like it got a fair shake. So, we do have this. Do you want to see the rematch? Comment down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time here on Sports Card ASMR.